up? This is your boy Checo.
This is your boy Julio.
This is Compas Unfiltered. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. Right now, ando en la playa with like a cold ass drink, bro.
I hope it rains, bro. Oh,
you asshole. I'm in Dominican Republic right now, bro. I am chilling. Primero Dios.
You should cut yourself out of the whole
right?
video.
Like I should just like I don't know how to do all that shit.
We need a green screen, bro.
I'm actually on vacay right now. Like we said in the previous episode, we were doing a double up. I'm in Dominican Republic. Hopefully I'm having a great time. My wife wants to do like a bunch of excursions, and whatnot,
and you don't want to do it,
bro, because she's like, oh yeah, like
parasail. Let's
go to parasailing. I'm like, okay, so you want me to die? Like, there's sharks way. Like I don't think I don't mind if I did that in Lake Michigan.
Yeah,
you know, but I'm not doing it over there, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's safe.
No, I'm not doing it, bro. Here, bro, I can sue somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over there, what are they gonna do? They're gonna be like, yeah, tough luck, bro. Like, you're not going back. Like, I probably wasn't gonna go back anyways, according to Trump. You know, I'm like, they might send me to El Salvador.
For real,
this is probably an MS-13 tattoo right here.
For real, dude. Hey, good luck trying to get back, bro.
Fucking asshole.
I'll be your new host starting next week, dude. Nobody. Make sure you leave me your keys, dude.
For real, bro. Some of these excursions were like, we saw one where it's like 5 activities.
Yeah.
And like in one, so you're gone the entire day. It's like ATVs, zip lining.
Yeah.
But just a bunch of things. I'm like, damn. I'm like, it's not that expensive, so it's not the money thing. It's just, to me, I'm just kind of like,
you just want to chill, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, am I wrong for that? For like just wanting to just go and relax?
Nah, man.
Like, I get the drinking, the clubbing, a couple things here and there, you know. But for the most part, I just want to relax.
Yeah. How many days are you guys going for?
We're going for a week, Monday to Friday.
So,
what was that? 5 days, 4 nights, whatever.
Yeah. So, I know. I mean, if you guys didn't listen to our podcast with Daily Insomnia, shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Remember, I said that there's fights you got to pick and choose. Your
of
battles,
course, yeah.
Right? I think this is one of those.
Just listen. You got, or you got to fight.
Nah, you can't fight not on vacation, bro.
Nah,
not on vacation, bro. Why you want to be in the mood, dude? Why you want her in the mood? I'm not saying she's gonna be in the mood, so shout out Karen, but you're not gonna
like asshole.
Now that I know she actually listens, shout out Karen.
You know what, bro?
One day is not gonna.
I just don't want to die with. Like, look, I told her, because literally we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
She was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I'm like, my 2 feet on the ground.
Eat.
That's it. And yeah, of course, eat. You know, eat, drink, all that stuff. But I'm like, because she was talking about like what excursions I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I touch the ground? That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Like, I don't mind going to ATVs and doing all that. You know.
All right. Would you do skydiving?
No way.
No,
not there.
Okay, will you do it out here?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Skydiving
I can
out there.
sue somebody way. I can't sue anyone over there way. They're just gonna be like, bro.
What is sue, bro? What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, fuck that shit way. Hey, if I die
Mr. Trump.
over here way, like, yeah, we can cash out, bro. But over there, bro, they're gonna be like, yeah, tough luck, bro.
Right.
So yeah, no, I would do it over here. I feel safer over here.
Yeah.
But anyways, so she was asking me like what I want to do, and I'm like, bro, anything where I can like have my 2 feet on the ground.
Yeah.
ATVs is fine. Zip lining, maybe. How far? How far am I zip lining? And what's the distance and how far high? Like, how high are we going?
Yeah. We did a zip line in Vegas. That was cool.
See, on the Strip.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't on the Strip. On Fremont. Yeah.
On Fremont. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even then, bro, like I think I probably would do it, but my dad did it with Marcelo.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Shout out Marcelo. He doesn't.
Shout out Marcelo. Yeah, I know he doesn't. Yeah.
But he did it. I was kind of like, I ain't doing that shit.
It was fun, bro. I did it with, who was it? My brother D, Janet, and Carlos.
Did you do the short one or the long one?
The long one, bro.
No.
Yeah. From end to end.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out to Carlos and D.
Shout out.
Yeah, but, dude, it wasn't bad, right? So, the zip line itself wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was fun. The waiting is what got me. I had to piss, dude. from like the very get-go.
Shh, pee everyone.
Dude, and I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, dude, but the way they set you up is they lay you down. So then you have all this pressure on you. So like the pressure was like...
Was that Superman or whatever?
Yeah. Like the Superman. Mm-hmm. So like this pressure was just on my stomach, dude. And I had to piss, dude.
Oh, man.
So as soon as I think we waited for like an hour in line. So by the time we got all the way down to the end, bro, I was like rushing to get everything off. And I ran. I didn't even wait for Jan or Carl. Like, I just ran straight to the nearest hotel or casino. Ran to the bathroom, dude. And I almost pissed myself, bro. But it was fun, man. A little bit, yeah, right.
No, I mean, I'm sure it's fun and whatever, bro. But yeah, I am a little bit scared of heights, so yeah, for sure. So, but again, I will try it. I will do it, but I'd rather do it over here, somewhere a little bit safer. I'm okay with roller coasters. Okay. You know what, man? I freaked out when I was little one time. Yeah, at the carnival. They have these they like spin, but they go around. So like the entire fucking like cage is spinning and shit. So I went and it was right there at Douglas Park.
Shout out Douglas Park.
Shout out. Wait. It was right there at Douglas where they had some kind of carnival, right? Yeah. And the guy
those makeshift carnivals, dude.
The guy, hold on, wait. The guy was like, "Oh, you have to be 13 to get in or some shit like that to get into the ride." I was 8, I was like, I'm 13.
Yeah, retard.
Like the guy just looked at me. He's like, "Whatever, bro. Like, get in the fucking ride, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. Just go in there." Yeah. And then when I got on the ride, bro, I'm strapped up or whatever. I'm like, hell yeah, we're in this ride. Only 13-year-olds, and I'm fucking 8. I fooled them, Yeah. Bro, that thing starts going, way. I'm like yelling, bro. I'm like, I'm only 8. Get me the fuck out of here, way. Not good. Bro, I was fucking scared, bro. So yeah, I'm okay with it, but I'm not like go to Six Flags. Yeah. I'd rather not.
Yeah, Six Flags ain't all that no more, bro.
But you know what I mean, though. Like, I get what you mean.
But speaking of like Six Flags, dude, like I've been wanting to go to like roller coasters. Yeah. I love roller coasters.
Do you?
I love them, but Six Flags, dude. Every time like I want to go, there's like TikToks or Snapchats of people, and it's just like ghetto as hell now, bro. And it's just like my wife keeps wanting me to go to Cedar Point in Ohio.
Okay.
Sandusky, Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know if you're welcome there, buddy.
Hey, buddy, I gotta wear my Trump hat and I'll be okay.
Maybe that's the only way, bro. You better make that shit visible as fuck, way. You better put bumper stickers all over your car and everything. Oh, man.
Nah, I'm gonna show up with my pickup truck with some Budweisers. Like, I don't even drink, guys.
I know, right? Like, oh snap, bro. You know what? Talking about that, like, kind of going to like the country and whatnot, bro. And then I talked to you about this off pod, like probably a month or 2 months ago, whatever, when we took that road trip.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, it's crazy to think that you go into an area like that and you see crosses, like kind of like in the middle of nowhere, where you should feel like there's a cross, I feel safe, and you don't feel safe at all. That's crazy, way. Like instantly, like it's just like an instinct, like they just kind of like, you just kind of like, we're not welcome here.
Yeah, that ain't when it's
we're not welcome here. Like we should not.
That doesn't mean what I think it means.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, that is so messed up. I'm like, oh, how far is the gas station? Like, we better hurry up and fucking
buckle up, buckle up, kids.
Like, we're not stopping here for gas.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, that's insane, bro. To think that, and you would think that hey, they're religious, they're loving people, and
not that type of religious, bro.
Well, they don't love us.
They don't love us. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, dude.
But so I wanted to bring this up, bro. We had, and shout out to Los Callejeros.
Shout out to them.
I just listened to their episode with Daily Insomnia. So we had Los Callejeros like a few weeks ago, a month ago, or whatever it was. And they went on Daily Insomnia, and they were actually talking about us.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we went over there with the compas," and they're like, "Man, I don't know if it's a Chicago thing or what, like, but we always think someone's trying to set us up."
Bro, so y'all set yourselves up, bro.
Right? Oh, they definitely set themselves up with the pod.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they felt like that we were gonna jump them or do something. You know what I mean? They have never met us.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is the Chicago in us. So that's why. And I had told them like, well, I got a parking spot for you guys.
Yeah.
They didn't park here. They parked far away and they walked it. But he's like, yeah. So we thought that of them, like, we're like, we gotta be careful. It's like, man, as soon as we pulled into the neighborhood, we're like, they're not about that, bro. Like these guys are suburbians and this and that or whatever. And we talked on the pod, well, in that day off pod, I think it was, where I was like, well, yeah, but like we're from the suburbs, but we were born in the city. You know what I mean? We're born in Chicago. And they kind of looked at each other like,
yeah.
And I was like, bro, that's crazy to think. Because when you do travel places, I feel like, damn it, that's TikTok, bro. Thank God for TikTok,
hey, bro. You're missing out on money, bro. How about you pause this and answer that,
I know. No, hell no. So I've been, when you go travel places, and people do ask you, like, oh, where are you guys from? Mm-hmm. Yes, I do say Chicago. But I feel like I can say that because I was born in Chicago.
Born and raised in Chicago.
Now I live in Aurora, so we get into details. It's like, yeah. But to think that they think we're not Chicagoans anymore.
Yeah.
Because we moved out.
Yeah.
I felt a little insulted with.
Hey, bro, we were smarter.
we for sure. Now, like, I don't want to go back to the city.
Nah, hell no.
I mean, I go back because of food, because of events, because, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Work. But still, part of me, I was kind of like, damn, bro, like, we're not considered Chicagoans because we moved out.
Yeah.
Like, to Chicagoans who live there right now, born and raised, they look at us like suburbians because we left.
Yeah.
Like, we're not considered Chicagoans anymore.
Yeah, I see.
You don't give a shit?
I don't care. Bro,
I figured you weren't gonna...
I do not care, bro, because it's like, you and I, like, we know our history.
Yeah.
Right? We know what we went through. Bro, like, you swear I'm going to have someone from Chicago tell me that, oh, you're not Chicagoan because you moved out. Bro, I grew up on 25th and Holman, bro.
Yeah.
The things that I saw growing up, you're never going to take that away from me. Yeah. So you could tell me all you want that I'm not Chicagoan. Bro, I earned my stripes, bro. Like, yeah, you can't take those away, dude. So,
100%, bro. But it still kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. I was just kind of like, damn, what the fuck? That's crazy if a lot of people think like that. Yeah. Like Chicagoans or whatever,
Yeah.
And I was actually talking to Noe about this. I'm like, bro, it's like, because Noe also grew up in LA. Well, born in LA, left when he was like 8 or 7, you know what I mean? So he was really young. I'm like, and when you talk to Noe, he reps LA.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you've been in Chicago way longer than you've been in LA, bro. You're kind of Chicagoan now, or Illinoisan or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, but to think, let's say people in LA are like, we don't claim you, bro.
They probably don't.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not LA, bro. Yeah. Like, you don't live here. You moved out when you were 7. I'm like, bro, isn't that crazy to think that there might be people out there who won't claim you because you already moved out?
Yeah.
I'm like, but you rep that shit hard. Like,
yeah.
Like, if you guys see the pod, bro, every hat that
it was LA.
It was LA.
He was always LA hat or LA jacket or LA sweater or something.
Something
LA. Had to LA, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, now for me, it's like, damn, bro. Like, I wear my Sox hat and and all that stuff, whatever. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, people don't think we're Chicagoans. Like, I'm like, fucking assholes.
Did you message them?
No. I didn't message them because I figured like we're probably gonna see each other again. For the
it's on site. No,
it's on site, right? Yeah. They'll be like, all right, pussies,
right?
Nah, bro. But I was just kind of like, damn, like that's crazy. Because he said, like, oh, you suburbians, like Compas and Daily Insomnia.
Yeah.
Now Daily Insomnia grew up in the burbs and now they live in Chicago.
Yeah, see that, like, and I think that's just recent, right?
Yeah, they just moved out there.
See, to me, that you're not Chicagoan.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Not that they consider themselves Chicagoans.
No, yeah.
But it's like they still don't consider them Chicagoans. Like they don't like. They're like, nah. Just because you moved out here doesn't mean you're a Chicagoan.
Yeah.
Like you're still
you're
a suburban kid or whatever. Like
Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to do, bro? You're supposed to live in Chicago your whole life to be considered Chicagoan?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
I don't care what
the rules are. I thought I was good though. No, I'm saying like I thought I was good. You know what I mean? Like I thought I was like, bro, I was born in Chicago. Like I'm good, bro. Like fucking grew up our own little village and shit. Like, I'm good. Like, I can claim it.
We talked about this. I don't know if it was on this pod or with someone else, but we talked about that, bro. Like, I mean, we grew. Where's it where we grew up? Watched like right across the street from Douglas Park.
Yeah.
Right. So like, how much more Chicago can you get, dude?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Bro, like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know.
We didn't grow up in Gold Coast or fucking
dude.
Like River North or some shit. Like, bro, like we grew up in the hood, bro.
Right. Yeah.
And again, I'm glad my parents moved out.
Yeah, for sure.
Moved us out of the city.
100%.
I don't think I would be where I am. I mean, I ain't shit, but I'm saying like, I don't think I would be here, or maybe I don't know where the fuck I would be, honestly, bro, because it was rough, man.
Yeah,
it was definitely like Marshall and Cermak, bro, Marshall Boulevard.
Yeah,
that shit was rough, man.
Yeah,
I think we got broken into. I don't know how many times.
Yeah, my dad got like, I think 2 cars stolen there. Like it was, dude. Come on, bro. Like I said, if being a Chicagoan means living in Chicago the whole life, hey, I'm not a Chicagoan then, and I don't care. I'm glad because I enjoy and I love the family that I have now and the life that I have now, and I'd rather have that than be claimed by Chicago.
Of course.
So y'all can keep that title if you want it, bro. I don't care.
Oh yeah. But I was just like, I just brought that up because I'm like, damn, that's wild, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They think that way. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that think that way too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Because we moved out.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trade it, bro.
I wouldn't either, bro.
Like we said with Daily and Sound, I don't miss the traffic.
Nope.
I don't,
Nope. Nothing.
Just that city life. I think maybe my younger years, bro. Mm-hmm. If you're like single and all that stuff, bro, like you want that city life. At least for me, that I like to drink, or I used to a lot. Like you have so many options to go out places and meet new people and whatnot, bro. So I think for those people, like, I think it's awesome to live out in the city.
Yeah.
But I think once you get older,
well,
you have a family.
And I said that on Daily Insomnia too, bro. Like, I forgot which one of them asked me, and it's that, bro. Like, the peacefulness, right? Like, just living in peace, living in such a calm setting, as opposed to like watching your back at all times, dude. Like worrying about, okay, who's gonna break in or who might break in or whatever. And I'm not saying it happens 100% of the time.
Nah.
But
it does happen.
But it does happen more out there than it does out here.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, and like I said on that episode, man, like when I was growing up, especially right there on 25th and Holman, we had to be inside by 7 p.m.
Yeah.
7:30 p.m. Inside, or you run the risk.
Yep.
And the risk. Out here, bro, I could let my kids go outside, and they're out there with the neighbors' kids, with everybody, and and we know that they're good.
Yeah.
There's one guy that I don't trust, and that's something that we'll talk off pod about it.
Yeah.
But none of our neighbors or the neighbors that I'm cool with. Shout out to them, because you know who they are too.
Yeah. Shout out, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Tino and Adriana. There's just something about that guy, bro. It's kind of
pedal, maybe.
Bro, man, I don't know, man. But
if you get the vibes, bro, you get the vibes, bro.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean. If you get like something like, hey, bro, fuck it.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know. I'll explain to you a little bit of it off pod, because I don't want to make accusations on here. And then,
right, and then it's like,
and it's like not even close to that.
Right.
But yeah, man, just the style of living, bro. Like,
it's way better.
Night and day, bro.
Of course.
And I wouldn't trade it.
Yeah.
So.
I have this story real quick that I took one of my guys. I'm not gonna say names or what family.
Say it, bleep it out, bro.
No way, I can't.
You just don't want to edit it.
I don't want to edit right now. So I took one of my guys out to the city.
Yeah.
We're in our early 20s and whatnot, and I took him to one of my I took him to family.
Oh, okay.
My family, and they live in the middle of the shit. You know what I mean? Like they're about it, So I took my guy out there. I felt comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I've lived in the city, whatever. Like certain things that he saw, especially at nighttime. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about like when the block is hot.
Yeah.
Como dicen,
Yeah.
Like people running around, this and that. And we're not talking about little kids running around. We're like, yo, you hear commotion. Yeah, if you know, you know. I mean, it's harder for me to describe it, but people are on bullshit.
Yeah.
So we parked or whatever. I mean, he's just kind of like tweaking out, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
how old is he?
We were probably like 22, 21 around there. Yeah, we were like early 20s, but so yeah, and I'm like, I'm like, don't worry about it, bro. It's cool, it's cool. He was all like, man, fuck this, bro. He's lived in suburbia his whole life, bro.
Yeah.
So that is really new to him. Yeah. He's been to gigs and whatnot in Chicago and the baile scene or whatever, which is different.
That's different.
Yeah,
to real life out there.
To like in the neighborhood, and you see motherfuckers with shags, and there's a group of them, and they're coming. What you with? Whatever, all that shit.
I'm
how
gay,
that goes.
Bro, I'm gay.
I'm a Cubs fan,
but so are we. Hell nah, bro.
Oh, bro. So he just got freaked out by the experience or whatever, and we went inside my cousin's house, and like I said, they're about that life.
Yeah.
So they had people in there about that life. So he was like spooked, bro.
I would love to see that, bro.
He was just like, bro, like, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm like, we just got here with like we got a whole 24 pack. like what? He was like, nah, bro, fuck this.
Yeah.
So I think we only ended up staying like an hour and a half or so, or something like that.
Never went back.
But he never wanted to go back. He was like, fuck that. Like, I ain't trying to go with your cousins, bro. Like, your cousins are crazy. Yeah. And they weren't doing anything. It was just...
Nah, but it's just that lifestyle that you're not used to, dude.
Of course, bro.
So when my parents moved us out here, not out here, right? But to like Bridgeview, when we first moved out of from 26th Street, I tell Alex this all the time. Like the school that I went to, obviously it's all white kids and, a couple Mexicans here and there. But those Mexicans were like those, those ghetto, they try to be ghetto, but they've never been in the city before.
Kind of, I know what you're talking about.
So we had a lot of those in that school. So when I came in, bro, I'm coming straight from the hood, bro. Like, I know what I've seen and what it is. And I checked them. Not like I wasn't trying to, whatever, but like they were claiming certain things. And then when I responded with certain things, they didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, fake, bro. Like, and then the whole school just went like, the respecting kind of like they weren't scared of them anymore, and now they were all scared of me. But I was like, bro, no, I'm not like that. I was like
I'm gay too.
Damn, Checo, bro, you're gonna make me swear, bro. Yeah,
go ahead.
No, but yeah. So I told Alex this all the time, bro, because Alex, at the beginning of the year, bro, he during his soccer season, shaved his eyebrow.
Okay.
Right, and I got pissed.
Yeah.
And for obvious reasons,
right.
I got pissed, and I was like, "Bro, what the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, we're not in the hood anymore." Like, I don't care. We're not in the hood anymore, bro. I'm like, you don't know who's coming from that end, dude. And they check you, bro.
You're on your own.
You're on your own, bro. Bro, I'm working, dude.
No, I know what
but
you
get what I mean,
bro?
Like you just never know who you're gonna run on, dude. And
well, the thing is, like, I feel like that, specifically that, doesn't mean what it used to mean anymore.
It doesn't.
So, but I get what you mean though, because you do go visit family in the city.
Yeah.
And they just need an excuse. Yeah. Sometimes these kids, like.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even need an excuse. They just want to run up on you.
My mom was driving with Robert. This is back years ago. Shout out to my brother Robert.
Yeah.
And they were on Pulaski and I can't think of the street. 31st and Pulaski maybe.
Okay.
And they were at a red light and a bunch of gangbangers just stood in front of my mom's car, like throwing gang signs at Robert. You've seen Robert. You've seen Robert, bro. That dude has no like.
Robert's like, what?
What? The dude was on his way to church, bro.
Yeah.
And he's getting flashed, dude. And then like obviously my mom got scared and all that.
Of course.
But like you said, it's just any reason, bro. Yeah. They're just looking for a reason to start trouble, dude.
Yep.
And that's what I told Alex. I'm like, I know that doesn't mean what it means anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you don't know. Someone's just looking for a reason, and that's it, dude. That's all it is, bro. So, yeah, but it's crazy. I don't know.
I know what you mean. Funny enough that you brought up 31st in Pulaski. I remember one time I was with this person or whatever, and there was kids kids, whatever, they were around my age, but I was driving and they wanted to check me. But what they kept doing were going in between the cars because we were at a red light también. And I seen two of them, bro, like just on the side, corner of my eye. Like I was just kind of like, man, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Bro, whole time there was like four of them right in the back of my car.
You never saw them?
Huh?
You didn't see them?
I didn't see them because I'm paying attention over here. Guys, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. And at that time, I had a gun. I had my gun on me or whatever. Not legit.
Your pew-pew.
Not my pew-pew. So and not legit. So like I was already like reaching for it, bro.
Yeah.
And whoever was with me, like turned around and saw four more back there. Luckily, she recognized them, and she was like, "Hey, whatever," and they had gone to school with each other.
Okay.
So the dude was like, "Oh shit!" Like it's you.
Yeah.
And like, "Oh fuck!" He's like, and he's like,
abort.
Like, yo, like, don't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, holy shit! I turned around, I'm like, bro, I was fucking surrounded.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro,
you would have been done.
Yeah. I'm like, fucking anyway.
Yeah.
But did it freak me out?
No. Yeah.
But I was just kind of like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for this person, like shit would have happened.
Yeah.
But shit like that happens, bro. And again, this is stuff that I feel like a lot of people in suburbia, they don't experience that shit like that. You know what I mean? Like not on a day to day.
No.
You might have some crazy shit happen out here. And we did talk about daily insomnia that there's a lot of people from the city, Section 8, and they're pushing them out to the burbs, man. Yeah. And we've noticed it out here, like in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
they're being pushed out here, bro.
Yeah,
it sucks, man.
It does.
They're not doing anything, but it's just a matter of time, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, and like I said on that episode with Daily Insomnia, bro. When we first moved into Bridgeview, it was all Polish people.
Yeah,
it was all old Polish people, and then it slowly over the time, over like 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you saw Arabic people, and then it went from a nice Polish town to now it's called Little Palestine, bro. I'm just like, what the hell happened, dude? I'm like,
yeah. Shit like that happens, bro.
Yeah.
But real quick, I did want to bring up TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So as happy and how can I say this? As happy as I am that with TikTok and how we talked before about like my band videos blowing up and whatnot, bro. So along with that, you do get people who ask you questions about the band, and some people are just not happy with it and whatnot. So I got pissed off, bro. And I try not to.
Yeah.
I try to like keep my cool and whatnot because you just never know. You might meet this person and and like and I'm out there playing and whatnot. But I got a message from someone and they asked how much I charge. And I'm transparent about how much I charge, bro. I don't try to like, I don't know why. It's a thing where like Chicagoans and musicos like message me.
Yeah.
We charge $400 the hour.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But that is in the Chicagoland area.
Say it again.
Chicagoland area.
Yeah, it's just
yeah. No, because we'll get people that it's like, oh, well, you guys charge $400. Yeah, I want you guys all the way in fucking
Rockford,
fucking McHenry, Bufu.
Yeah.
And it's like, then it's not $400 anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I always say Chicagoland area.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this guy who messaged me like, oh, how much? I told him the price. And then he just said like, I forgot exactly what the fuck he said. I'm gonna read it, bro, just because like I'm not like, oh yeah, I think he said this. So he's like, cállese, whicho, vivo aquí en Chicago, pinche mentiroso. And I was like,
hey, it's probably the Callejeros, bro.
Right, Callejeros, shout out, bro. Fuck you guys. No. Bro, that writer came at me all crazy and shit. Bro, and then I responded, I'm like, ¿Quién dijo que vivo en Chicago?
Yeah.
And then he's all like, tú estás diciendo que 400 la hora, estás bien pendejo. So, and I was telling Julio, like, as he was typing, I was already typing, you know, and we responded at the same time. Because I responded with like, ¿Y por qué le molesta tanto? Like, how much, you know?
How much you charge?
Like, well, it was more so like if I live in Chicago or not or whatever. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter? You know? And he's like, oh, but yeah, we responded at the same time. He's like, oh, he's like, ¿Cuál siento la hora? Estás bien pendejo. I'm like, pendejo tú, güey. So I typically don't respond to clients or potential clients like that, but I have a short fuse. I do get heated. I do get heated. I try to hold back a lot. So he's like, no mientas, estúpido. And then I'm like, no miento. I'm like, sí estás bien pendejo. And then he's like, dedícate a hacerte pendejo la música mejo puto. I don't know. I think that guy is illiterate. Probably doesn't know how to type or whatever.
It's a venue, bro.
And then I just like laughing emoji. I'm like, deuces, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
shout him out, bro. Put him on blast, bro.
I'm not
put him on
blast,
bro.
Nah, but it's like, bro, like, why are people like that, bro? Like, what, like, if you don't want to hire me, if you think I suck, if you like, that's cool.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't get why it's like why people are so scared to say no. Like, and what I mean by no is like if I ask you, hey, how much do you charge, and you told me 400, oh, you know what, bro, that's too much for me, but thank you. It's not that hard.
It's not hard, and all you could just say, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's all you got to say.
Don't hire me, wait. Yeah. That's fine. That's
I'm pretty sure you're not gonna take offense to someone saying, all right, no, thank you.
Fuck no.
Because someone else is gonna take it.
Yeah,
you know. No. So I don't know. That's wild, bro. I still think you should put him right here, bro. Put him right.
Like, no, like to me, bro. Like, gracias a Dios, because of TikTok, because of our previous clientels and whatnot, we do have work right now. I did mention before it was slow. Like, it really was like pretty slow way, but because I think we're a tamborazo, 400 is on the pricey side.
Yeah. How much does that normally cost, like a tamborazo?
Right now, I think we are one of the cheapest tamborazos. Okay. That's the thing.
Okay.
There's a lot of but there's other tamborazos that have more musicians, so they gotta charge more.
You gotta charge more. Everybody has to get.
But this is the difference. Way back then, I mean, we're talking about years ago. Mm-hmm. Back then, for a 4-man tamborazo, you would charge 200.
Yeah.
Now we're charging 400.
Yeah.
You know, and it is what it is. I mean, bandas back then would charge, depending on who you were. You know, but like $800 for una banda. Now, my top bandas, you know, shout out Tino again. Mm-hmm. I like Banda Potrillos.
Yeah.
I like Banda Potrillos. I like Banda Viento. And at that time, when everyone was charging about 800, 900, they were like at about 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, around there. But they are, to me, the top banda.
Yeah.
Like in Chicago, hands down.
Yeah.
People can argue with me. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Now, from what I heard, these bandas are charging like 2,200, 2,300, 2,400, and like a minimum of like 3 hours. That's a lot of fucking money, Wayne.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And then I hear like norteños are, when they were charging 500, now they're at 1,000, 1,100, 1,200.
Yeah, I remember my dad, dude, but charging, I think like last remember it was like 13 an hour.
1,300?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
but times have changed.
Times have changed. Your dad was in a different era, bro.
It was a different
era. You know what I mean?
It
was, and to me, like I said, I thought your dad and his band, I mean, Parandero, shout out. They were beasts, bro. Yeah. Beast of musicians, you know? Yeah. And you would pay for the group, but they would carry their own sonido. Yeah. You know, they had a bus. I mean, it was like, right now it's like 1,100, 1,200 for some of these like norteño groups, but all they have, and this is not a diss. This is just kind of what it is.
Yeah.
They have like a speaker, like 2 speakers, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now, if you want like a norteño group for like your wedding, you gotta rent audio
stuff,
or they can do it, but just the audio alone is like 1,200.
Yeah. And
then on top of that, plus the group.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because like I said, with my dad, I remember the buses, bro, filled with the damn packed. I'm just
big ass speakers and all that shit. Yeah,
lights, everything. I'm like, damn. But
gotta carry all this shit.
Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, what the hell?
Yeah, bro. Times have definitely changed, man. Yeah. But yeah, so prices did go up for everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's why we're also like slow.
Yeah.
Like everyone's slower than previous years.
It's the tariffs, bro.
It is the tariffs.
Hey, what do you think about Miche getting canceled? The Miche Fest or whatever.
It was expensive, way.
Was it expensive?
Yeah. Way. Well, I'm a cheap ass too, though. Way. Okay. I'm very frugal, way. Like, for the groups that they were gonna have and everything, it was probably worth it, you know, because I think they were gonna have some big groups. Yeah, they're gonna have some big groups, so it's probably worth it. But I don't like spending money like that, bro. I think it was like above 100, like $200-300 or $400. It was. Yeah. But I mean, that's also kind of like the going rate now for like festivals, quote unquote. You know what I mean? But they're having all these issues with artists, the Mexican artists. Yeah. Because of the Orange Man.
The Orange Man, bad Orange Man, bad.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. Yeah. It sucks, man, for people who like look forward to that stuff or whatever. Again, I don't party like that anymore.
Yeah, I was like, I've never done that, so to me, it's just like it came like up across my feed. Oh, I think Justin put it.
Okay, Shout out Justin. Shout out Justin.
Yeah, and he put it on there, and I was just like, meh.
Yeah.
I don't. To me, like, because you don't do that stuff, so just like I don't really care. But speaking of TikTok, I was gonna talk to you about this. I saw a video and I meant to send it to you, and it was this girl and the guy. I know this is like way off topic from music.
You're fine.
But the guy's like, it's like a couple walking down the street, and he walks up, and let's just say it was just me talking to you and Karen, and I told Karen, hey, what do you miss about your ex? And she goes, oh, the sex.
That's crazy. I seen that video.
You seen that video?
That's crazy.
Dude, I told Jan about it. I'm like, I would have slapped the hell out of you, bro.
Bro.
Dude, that guy looks so defeated, bro. That guy looks so defeated, bro.
Like, yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, nah, bro. Hell nah. I would have lost it, bro.
So, I mean, I know you're like, I would have smacked you, whatever. Like, to me, honestly, bro, like legit,
yeah,
I would just walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like on some,
Yeah, I would literally, because they were holding hands. They were holding hands.
It's over at that point.
I would let go and just walk away.
Yeah. There's no joking around about shit like that.
Hell no.
Because she wouldn't like it if I said some shit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine you would have said that. So now another topic was, how do you feel about if your significant other, in this case obviously Karen, them having her, if she has a guy best friend, and vice versa, if you had a girl best friend?
Yeah, we talked about this. I don't know about the best friend part.
No, it specifically has to be best friend.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm okay with her having guy friends. You know what I mean? But there's limits to everything. Like I have friends that are girls. Yeah. Which to me, they're more like friends, fam.
Yeah.
The pod fam.
Yeah.
But I don't call Cynthia, Diana, Paula. Like I don't call them every day. I don't text them every day. Yeah. It's like we see each other. It's all love, and they know my wife and everything. So it's like that. But if I have a party, like my birthday party, they're invited. Yeah. Stuff like that, bro. But if my wife's like talking to her friend, quote unquote, every day.
Texting, that's like going out to dinner, going out to lunch. Yeah.
Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah.
That's just not happening, bro. Yeah. I'm not good with it.
Yeah. I feel the same way, dude. I feel the same way.
At all, bro.
Yeah.
I don't mind because, like, bro, like, what do you like? Your wife needs friends. Now, people are gonna argue and be like, she doesn't need guy friends, though.
Yeah.
That's fine, bro. That's fine. But how much can you actually control your wife? And if she, especially if you all know each other, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Now, if this is a person I've never met, he's single, whatever, we have an issue.
Even I don't know, bro. Like, so even if it's that, like, even when it's like if you all know each other, like me, like if it was me and let's just say if I was best friends with a girl, and I saw her getting married, hey, bro, I'm stepping back. Oh, it's not like not my place to do that anymore. For sure. It's not my place to be that close to you anymore.
For sure.
So if some guy is still like lingering around even after we're married, nah, bro, we're cutting you off, bro.
Yeah, like so. I had this friend. She was a really good friend.
Yeah.
Karen met her, everything, the whole nine. She went to our wedding, and then we went to her wedding.
Yeah.
But do we talk every day? Do we like not that way? Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't talk. We don't whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't live in Illinois.
Yeah.
She moved out, with her husband and family and all that. Yeah. Great for them and everything, bro. In the beginning when they were coming, they'd be like, "Oh, like we're gonna be in Illinois next week if y'all want to meet up." But it wasn't just like, "Oh, just you by yourself." It'd be like, "Oh yeah, bring
the wife." Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Angel, because she knows Angel, and you know what I mean. Like we're all like it was just this click. Like we're like, oh, like for sure we should set up, go somewhere, have some dinner or whatever, bro. Like I'm down for it.
Yeah.
But obviously with time, bro, you just kind of
distant.
But if you see them.
Yeah, it's
hey, what's up, bro? How you been? Shit like that. But again, I think that's where I would feel comfortable if my wife had a guy friend.
Yeah.
Best friend.
No.
Communicating every day, all that shit, bro. Fuck that.
That's what
done.
I'm here for. That shit's
done, bro. Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm your best friend now.
Nah,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
I can't do that, bro.
Nah, hell no.
Because we've gone to bars, especially when we were dating, like in the beginning, and whatnot, and she would see friends, like guys that she went to school with or whatever. She go say hi to them. Yeah. I don't have an issue with that, And
hi in what way? Because there's something I want to talk to you about, but it might have to wait because I do have to clear with Janet first.
Okay.
Because it's like a very sensitive topic. And it's not like it's like she did anything.
Right.
But it's just something that I know if I bring it up without telling her, she's going to be like, bro, what the hell? Why'd you bring that up? And, whatever.
I guess so.
But.
So do you want to save that?
Yeah, let's save it. Let's save it for next 2 weeks when you come back.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. But and I'll talk to you about it off pod, but yeah, I'll bring it up for you.
Okay.
For the pod.
We'll take note.
Yeah.
But so my point is that she would see her friends or whatever, say hi. Bro, I would be at bailes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was a promoter, right? I did events or whatever. Now whether she blocked it from her head.
She probably did.
Whether
go call her.
She looked away. I know, right? She looked away.
Yeah.
But there were girls that said hi to me.
Yeah.
And I felt because I'm working, I'm a promoter and whatnot. I couldn't just be like, oh, my girlfriend's right there. I can't.
Yeah.
Whatever I did before my girlfriend was there, I have to be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if it was like, hey, hi, and hug, side hug, whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, if she later on tells me like I'm very uncomfortable, you doing that, then let it be known and we'll talk about it and maybe I'll stop or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I got to introduce you. I don't know. However you work it out and shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I'm not okay with it though. I'm not okay with the best friend.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
At all.
We're on the same page on that.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna wrap this up, bro.
All right,
just because we did 2 pods today.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have great topics to talk about the following week or whatever. Which we have a guest. So
that's right.
We could bring that up.
Like I said, let me clear it with Jan.
Yeah.
Just because if she just like, I just want you to talk to it with Checo. Because like I said, I'll talk to you off pod about it, and then we'll go from there.
Because we have a girl coming.
Yeah.
As a guest. The following week. So I think she'd be able to also kind of put in her 2 cents and shit. In it. But talk to Janet first, and then we'll just kind of go from there and whatnot.
Yeah. If you don't see me on the pod anymore, then you know what happened. She said no.
She said no. She was like, yeah, fuck that. You're done with this fucking pod shit.
Hell no, dude.
That's funny, bro.
Shout out Janet.
Shout out Janet, bro. But I think that's it. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. Ya estamos para la otra.